Oh, g'day there, it's Poppy Dave. I showed you the orthophytum in the last video, which grows in the Caatinga there in Brazil. This particular genus is called Dyckia, Dykkia. So, yeah, it's a strange sort of name, but it come from a Prussian botanist who had that particular word in his very long name. So that's who named these plants. So what I wanted to say, the same as I said with the orthophytums, they're a nice sort of cactusy succulent type plant, even though probably they're not in that category, to have in your collection with your other plants with a very similar watering regime. The Caatinga is a very, very dry, inhospitable area there in Brazil. It covers 1 million square kilometres. I've read in books where, as these grow in big clusters across the rock and wherever there's a little bit of dirt amongst the hostile terrain, that you can't walk through it or nor ride a horse through, because they're that thick and that spiky on the ends. So yeah, they're not too bad when they're smaller. Definitely might need a pair of gloves to work with them, but if you're used to handling different types of cacti, that won't be a problem. So they hold moisture in the leaf like that. A little indicator too as to even though they can handle arid conditions, you'll notice on this one I can see hasn't quite had enough water, because the leaf's really thin and there starts to get sort of a little wrinkly pattern on there, which tells me that these aren't getting enough water. The other thing, when it comes to handling them, because you might think, oh no, they're too spiky for me. Like all cacti and that, they're easier to work from underneath. So if you can get hold of them, there's a couple of dead leaves that I'll just peel off like that, like an onion. So sometimes I'll pop them out and just pull them bits off and tidy up the daggy leaves. You can see how dry that is, so I'm going to have to give these a little bit more water there. So yeah, so wear the gloves. They pup around the bottom there, and you can lift them out, take the pups out, and so there's another little pup that's probably 6 months old that I've taken off a big mother there and just popped him in there. They're a little bit spindly and sort of small, but they grow on, they thicken up, and they fatten up as well. So they come in all different colours, green, silver, red, and there's a few different colours, so they're worth collecting.